crimes were committed by law-abiding citizens.
They all have seen nightmare visions beforehand. The same pattern is repeating around the world, so there could be an overriding paranormal element.
Are you talking about magic? Then we have to find John Constantine.
There!
Into the house!
Come on, it's a dream team. You, me, Zatanna, Batman, maybe even a Justice League.
Let's take a walk on the dark side then. Draga Malefic. Draga Malefic.
Let's do this.
Fuck it off.
Hi, this is Marc Morrell from ToonBarn, and we're here at New York Comic Con 2016. We're talking about Justice League Dark, and I'm here with Phil Bourassa, the character designer. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, so with all the new supernatural characters that have never been animated before in a Justice League original movie, right?
Yeah, some of them probably have been animated before, but I don't think Constantine. Well, not in our continuity. Right. We've never done them. Yeah,
right. So
yeah, they're
this
brand new for this. Yeah.
So this is your first time designing these characters.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I've done Zatanna before, but no, like this is the first time I've drawn Constantine, Deadman. First time I've drawn Swamp Thing.
So was this a real challenge for you?
Not a challenge any different than our normal, any other film we've done. It's always, a race against the clock. But the characters are so well, established in the comics. They're so well described and defined. It was a great script. So it wasn't challenging from an artistic standpoint. I have great collaborators, and I felt like this is very natural, and it was a lot of fun because I haven't drawn a lot of these characters, and they're so distinct. So from an artistic standpoint, as far as inspiration, it was actually kind of easy.
Okay, so
yeah,
you had collaborators. Was any of them the comic book artists?
No, I mean in terms of my collaborators on the films, like James Tucker and J. Oliva, like we discussed design, from when we get the first outline for the script. So I can always count on them if I can't wrap my head around something. But on this film, it was pretty obvious what we needed to do, and it was because I hadn't drawn them before. It was exciting, and it was easy for me to dive into the material.
Okay. So with Constantine's character, you have the comic books, and then you also have a TV show.
Sure.
Did you take any of the TV show into consideration when designing them?
I think the TV show got so much right from the comics that it's they didn't deviate from the classic look at all, and I think if you look at the way I designed the character, I didn't deviate either really from the way he's been depicted. So I think it's more just a case of the TV show and our production looked at the comics and just went for the classic look for him. Yeah.
So I have a question. When it comes to like the sound versus the animation and the character design, does the sound ever come before that character design, or is character design always before the sound?
It could go either way. Usually, in theory, I should have done designs before they do a voice record. That's usually how it works. Yeah. So the actors should have some artwork to look at. Sometimes they don't, whether they didn't receive the artwork in time, or whether sometimes if I have another project and I can't get to that art before they record, then I will have to listen to their performance. But because we're working with the same director, usually the instructions translate, like what, James will tell the voice actor is the same things that he'll tell me, but from a visual standpoint, as far as when we do. And the characters are so well described from the comics, it's very instinctive how you approach design and I think probably the performance. So yeah, they feed into each other.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it early 2017, and we'll probably see you when it premieres.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it'll be great.
Okay, well, so we'll see you then.
Okay,
Thank you for joining us on ToonBarn.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
These crimes were committed by law-abiding citizens.
They all claim to have seen nightmare visions beforehand.
Any clue what's causing it?
No idea.
The 1 week I fill in for Jordan, and it couldn't be some hairy-ass monster?
The same pattern is repeating around the world, so there could be an overriding factor, perhaps a paranormal element.
Are you talking about magic?
We've come up against magic before, Batman. Circe, Trigon, Felix Faust.
Even Shazam's powers are based in magic. With as much as you've seen, can you rule it out?
The criminally insane don't need magic as an excuse. I recommend spending more time on the streets instead of flying over them.
He's even friendlier than they say.
Your life is a patchwork of blackness with no time for joy. How do you cope with it?
I have a butler.